Welcome to Pizza Hut in downtown New Delhi. If you want to sample some mighty fine Indian pizza, then you've come to the right place. So I was sprinting around Karol Bagh in downtown New Delhi when I came across this Pizza Hut and decided to give it a go. What can I say? I wanted to try out some Indian pizza, and if you want to see one of the best Indian pizzas I've ever had, then stick around till the end of the video. I think you're gonna like it a lot. Anyway, as soon as I waltzed on into that Pizza Hut, I started checking out the menu situation. And wait a second, hold the phone. What do we have here? We have a veg kebab stuffed crust? I've never seen that option in a Pizza Hut before. I guess it must be some kind of Hindustani thing. What else we got here? We got a chicken masala sausage stuffed crust. You best believe I'm gonna try that out. So after perusing through that menu for a little bit longer, I made my food selections, told the maestro, and before long he brought out my drink. And lo and behold, what do we have here? We have us a Litchi mint Mojito. Now, they don't actually sell any alcoholic drinks in this place, so this is a non-alcoholic Mojito, unfortunately. And although I'd certainly prefer to have some alcohol in here, I could not pass up the opportunity to try that mint lychee combo. So I frantically took myself a few sips, and oh my Indira Gandhi. Although that drink was a tad on the sweet side for me, I must admit that lychee and mint combo was simply incredible. Sure, it definitely would have been better if they had some alcohol in there, but hey, I can't complain. So after taking myself a satisfying number of sips, I grabbed my first food item, a little thing I like to call a Tandoori stuffed pocket. I mean, hey, I felt like I needed some kind of appetizer before I started my main pizza course. Can you actually blame me? So first order of business, I separated those two halves of the stuffed pocket, then I started inspecting that pocket. Seems like we got some peppers, onions, tandoori chicken, and a whole lot of grease in that bad boy, so I took myself a bite. And holy Hanuman, what in the world is that? That lightly spiced bite was tasting pretty rich, a tad creamy, and most definitely buck wild. I might even go as far as to say as it was moderately swadished and just a tad achahe. It was basically just a step above one of those microwavable Hot Pockets you can buy, and although it most definitely did not change my life, it did put me on the right path toward achieving my goal of the day. What goal is that, you ask? My goal of the day was to shove large amounts of calories down my throat at record-breaking speeds, a praiseworthy goal to my mind. But is it a praiseworthy goal to you? That is the ultimate question. I feel like I can almost imagine what you're thinking about that goal. You're probably thinking, hey Dustin, shouldn't you aim higher in life? Shouldn't you work toward the greater good of man, maybe work toward a noble cause? Well, au contraire, mon frere, I just so happen to think that savagely chomping down on calorically dense foods is a noble cause. You see, by animalistically jamming these calories down my throat, I'm not only helping to increase my fat and energy stores for the upcoming winter, but I'm also helping to inspire a whole new generation of dedicated chowhounds. I'm touching the hearts and minds of these poor lost souls who are only looking for a little direction and inspiration in their culinary lives. I guess what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is if eating unnecessarily large portions of food in short spans of time ain't a noble cause in life, then I don't know what is. But hey, I'm getting a tad off topic over here. So after finishing off that tandoori chicken stuffed pocket, I moved on to my first pizza. This Indian pizza is called the Paneer Vegorama, and I got it complete with a veg kebab stuffed crust. So I grabbed myself a slice of that pizza and started pulling it out when I realized all those ingredients were fused together. I was a tad fearful that those ingredients would slide off, so I used this pizza spatula and wow. That utensil is a pretty high-tech invention right there, and I'm literally stunned that that pizza came off intact. And whoa, wait a second, what the heck is going on around here? I think some cheese and onion just came off. I can't be having that now, can I? So I grabbed my fork and started putting those ingredients back on top of the pizza in a suave and sophisticated manner. And somehow, some way, I actually felt like I was born to put those ingredients back on. So I eyed that chunk of paneer at the bottom of the pizza slice, and then I took myself a bite. And whoa, what in the world was that flavor? That pizza sauce was tasting a tad different than I expected. It had a kind of sweet, almost ketchup-esque flavor to it, and it wasn't exactly my style. Now, that Indian cheese, aka paneer, was tasting mighty fine, and so were those vegetables. My main qualm and complaint was with that pizza sauce. I mean, think about it, who in their right mind would make an overly sweet pizza sauce? The mere thought of it boggles the mind. Nevertheless, I eventually started getting used to that pizza sauce, so I took myself a bite out of that stuffed crust. And whoa, baby, that veg kebab stuffed crust was halfway decent after all. That veg kebab inside had a turmeric-y and slightly salty flavor to it, and I was kinda wondering what vegetable matter they used to make it. It could have been made from some mashed potato and chickpea flour action, but I don't know exactly. All I know is it tasted pretty unique. So although it took me a while to get used to that sauce situation, overall I gotta say I thoroughly enjoyed that pizza. And before I knew it, I ended up polishing off the whole thing, so I decided to move on to the next pizza. And just what kind of pizza do we got here? We got us a little something I like to call a spicy chicken pizza, and it comes complete with a chicken masala sausage stuffed crust. In other words, we got chicken sitting on the outside of this pizza, and we got chicken sitting deep inside it as well. That means we actually have some chicken on this pizza, and I must say, I'm mighty impressed. And whoa, wait a second, what do we have here? I think I can actually see that chicken masala sausage sticking out of that crust. Man, oh man, it's getting intense over here, and I'm getting pretty excited to try out this pizza, almost too excited. So I feverishly ripped off a piece of that pizza, and I started to take myself a closer look. Then after blankly staring at that slice of pizza for a New Delhi nanosecond, I took myself a measured bite. And wow, just wow, I am literally at a loss for words over here, people. Maniacal as it may sound, I actually felt like this pizza was made specifically for me. I mean, not only was that chicken masala sausage stuffed crust tasting edible, but come to think of it, that chicken keema on top of the pizza was tasting simply incredible. Now, I wasn't exactly sure, but it seemed to me like that chicken keema on the top, aka ground chicken, was perhaps seasoned with some garlic paste, some ginger paste, and maybe even some chili powder. Whatever the case, there was a slight spiciness to that chicken, but I couldn't help but wanting a tad more, so I got myself the red pepper flakes. Next up, I started shaking those pepper flakes on that slice of pizza like my very life depended on it. I mean, hey, what can I say, sweetie buns? I'm a pretty big fan of spicy food. So after putting that pepper flake shaker back, I took another look at that slice of pizza, and in my humble opinion, it looked like a work of art. Then I started lifting that slice up, and I could see there was some kind of topping malfunction, and whoa. Come on now, gotta keep it classy over here. I can't be biting into that slice with something dangling off the side. Alright, now we're talking, so I reloaded that slice into my hand, and then I took myself a majestic bite. And oh my Narendra Modi, although I think this pizza actually uses the same pizza sauce as the previous one, it tastes different somehow. I think because this pizza's a tad more spicy, that sweetness level is much less noticeable. And I must say, overall, with all the flavors taken into account, I most definitely can say that this is the best Indian pizza I've ever had. Mind you, I haven't really had that many Indian pizzas, so I guess that doesn't mean much. Still, nevertheless, that pizza was pretty inspirational and it was an eating experience that I won't soon forget. So before long, I ended up finishing the rest of that pizza and this chow fiesta officially came to a close. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like to see more fast food in India, then feel free to check out some of my previous episodes. I got a video about a Carl's Jr. in India, and I got a video about a Taco Bell in India. I've got those links down in the description box. So don't forget to subscribe for all your dreams to come true, and thanks for watching this video. Why don't you leave a comment, let me know what you think.